Hi everyone and welcome to this video where I'm going to be talking about how our trailer conforms to the typical conventions of teaser trailers. As you can see here, I've made a list of typical conventions that we tried to conform to as a group for our teaser trailer to ensure that it was professional and effective in advertising our original neo-noir text, Blackout. The first of these conventions is that teaser trailers typically have an establishing shot at the beginning to establish the setting to ensure that audiences understand where the film takes place and to try and create a sense amongst the audience of relatability, as if it takes place in an urban setting, for example, as is archetypal of noir, then they can relate more with characters as that's where they live. So this is our trailer.
Who are you?
I don't know.
What happened?
I don't know.
What do you...
And as you can see, the first two shots were of an establishing shot of Brighton, making sure that the audience knew where that's where the film is set. And if we look at the teaser trailer for Nightcrawler, which is another neo-noir film, you can see
I'm looking for a job.
that the first four shots are establishing shots and conform to that first convention we mentioned earlier. Now, the reason establishing shots are so important, as I mentioned earlier, is just because you're in a teaser trailer, you only have a minute and a half, so it's important to establish as much information as you can. And so having four shots while at the same time having a voiceover, if you want, enables you to have expositional dialogue as well as establishing where the film takes place, which is an important part of any film. The second convention here says voiceovers are used to further tell the narrative. I found that for us, we use voiceover well, and the reason why they're so common in teaser trailers is, as I mentioned earlier, teaser trailers tend to only be a minute and a half, which means there isn't a great deal of time to be expositional, and so having dialogue that explains the story is quite effective in a short space of time. So.
Nothing.
I'm your wife. I'm the only person you can trust, so you have to believe what I tell you.
So, what happened?
Some guys tried to kill you.
Why?
Because you were working undercover in a criminal organisation. But they found out who you really were, and they thought they'd beaten you to death, but you just lost your memory.
So with that little 20-second clip of dialogue, we can already, well, the audience can already tell that his name is Sam. He has a wife named Mary, and that he has no memory, and the reason why he lost his memory. Other details are left to be found out later and left as enigma codes, as Bartes theorizes. Enigma codes can be used to push forward narrative, as well as the fact that having narrative enigmas in trailers gives the audience questions that the only way they can get answers to these questions is by watching the trailer, giving them a reason to watch the trailer more than just out of enjoyment. Now, if I go to this tab, the LA Confidential trailer, which is LA Confidential is one of the most classic neo-noir films ever made, and it's very highly regarded. And if we watch just the opening few seconds,
three cops who had nothing in common.
Freeze! Big V, what are you doing here? Hey, you know, man, keeping the streets safe, boys.
One would do anything to...
you can see that voiceover is used very clearly to establish the characters and their the different and how they have to come together. It's very common in teaser trailers for voiceovers to be used. The third convention typically found in teaser trailers is that the stars of the film are showcased throughout, mainly with their characters being introduced. Now, this is normally done because film distribution companies want to attract as large an audience as possible, and if they have big celebrities like Tom Cruise or I don't know, Bruce Willis or major Hollywood celebrities, they can not only appeal to their target audience for the film, but also followers of that actor or actress in particular, increasing their target audience. With our piece, however, obviously we don't have a major star, but
Because you're
the actor we do focus on is the main actor in the film, and so it's still in certain ways applicable. As you can see, most of the trailers consist of our character being shot and speaking in dialogue. If we go to Drive, which is yet another neo-noir, Ryan Gosling, who's a very well-respected and well-known actor, plays Driver, and most of the trailer, similarly to ours, focuses on him.
It's only part-time. You put this kid behind the wheel. There's nothing he can't do. Kid, I want you to meet Mr. Bernie Rose. My hands are a little dirty. So am I. And I'm not gonna do it. What is that you got? What's the job?
As you can see there, kind of exposition on his character is the priority with the dialogue, as well as the fact that he's in almost every shot in the trailer so far. The fourth convention is about teaser trailers is that they typically only last a minute and a half. As you can see here, if you type in on YouTube teaser trailer, the first three results that come up, and almost all the results are a minute and 30 seconds, because well, that's how long they take. They're called teaser trailers because they're only very short snippets of films, and they're not designed to give away plot points, but rather to attract an audience and offer questions for them to want to have answered, and the way they can have those answered by watching the film, giving them a reason to go out and watch it. The fifth convention is that film titles may only appear at the end of the film. Now, if we go back to Drive, and come towards the end here.
Do you remember this? No. Any dreams you have or plans for your future, I think you're going to have to put that on hold. For the rest of your life, you're going to be looking over your shoulder.
There you go. Comes at the very end of the trailer, the title for Drive. The reason this is done by distribution companies is so that, because they know at the end of the trailer is when you'll get audiences having the largest number of questions, as they would have been shown all of this footage without a great deal of context, meaning they've got a lot of questions they want answered, and so when they see the title at the end, it stays fresh in their memory after just having watched the film and the trailer, and it creates more hype. And if we watch our trailer for Blackout,
Out the truth.
the final shot is of the title. So once again, another way in which we conform to the conventions of teaser trailers. The sixth convention is that teaser trailers have to highlight key themes and establish the genre very quickly. And this is the case because, well, as I said, they don't have a lot of time, so it's important for them to just establish what's going on and try to attract their target audience. For example, in Chinatown, they established that it's noir very quickly. So I'll show you now, and very effectively. Oh, that's what I wanted.
Or you find out what happens to people who ask them.
Hold it there, kitty cat. You're a very nosy fellow, kitty cat, huh? You know what happens to nosy fellows?
I dislike the word cheat.
Did you have affairs?
Mr. Giddies.
Did he know about it?
There, straight away, with Chinatown, they throw in a number of conventions of noir, the archetypal convention, such as crime, violence, police work in the form of J.J. Gitters being a detective, and establishing that there's a femme fatale with Miss Mulwray, as it's revealed that she's had a number of affairs. If we come back to our trailer, we quickly establish it's neo-noir. By having a femme fatale in sorts, who's not so much revealed using footage, but over the narration and the voiceover by which she is shown to be in a position of power. Hang on. If I come towards the end,
Kill both of us. You need to kill them first.
No, I don't need.
Because I told you to.
the use of gun imagery, cigarettes, and violence, and even obscured scenes, which is a convention of very old-fashioned noir films, connote that our film is neo-noir very easily and effectively in the short space of time we have. The seventh convention is that conversations between characters consist of one-liners. Now, if I come to the trailer for Looper, if I come back to a minute 30, I'll play it.
Hunt them down. But every second that passes is bad.
What's he gonna do?
I'm gonna save your life.
My life! Your life!
I know you're not lying when you say you're gonna kill this guy.
This is like a nightmare.
There, straight away in that little 15-second clip, there's about 5 one-liners. Hunt them down. What's he gonna do? Save your life, my life. And then that sort of gibberish towards the end, but it still shows that it's used frequently by distributors. And the reason that is because they don't have time to have long speeches and things in a minute and 30 seconds, as that's the key of any successful TV trailer, is getting all the information you can in a short space of time. So one-liners are really effective in doing so. And if I come to the start of our trailer,
What happened?
I don't know.
What do you remember?
Nothing.
there's that, and then towards the end,
Because I told you to.
so it's just snappy questions at the beginning. What happened? I don't know. Who are you? I don't know. What do you remember? Nothing. And then at the end of the trailer, Sam asks Mary a very complex question, asking how is he able, or why should he kill people he believes are innocent? And she just answers very abruptly, because I told you to, which is obviously an example of a one-liner. And finally, pull quotes and reviews for magazines. This is a very common feature, not just teaser trailer, but any trailer, as it encourages the audience to go watch the film for themselves to decide whether or not they agree with the reviews, and to help them, and for them to form their own opinion. So if we come to Lock, the teaser trailer for Lock, another noir film, neo-noir film, you can see
Make one little mistake. Eventually, cracks.
you can see they've got pull quotes, and in time with the music as well. With our film,
I'm your
our
wife.
trailer,
I'm the only person you can trust, so you have to believe what I tell you.
there are pull quotes. There are 6 in total. If I move on,
But they know you're alive, and they won't stop until you're dead.
and they are also in time with the music, similarly to Lock.
Oh.
And yes, just an easy way to suggest that the film is of high quality and to encourage viewers to go watch it for themselves. This has been a video of me explaining how our teaser trailer conforms to the conventions of teaser trailers. Thank you very much for watching.